Hi, welcome to the Daily Mirror's Jess Saying Live. I'm columnist Jessica Bolton, and today I'm joined by our favourite Dancing on Ice finalists. It's Regan Gascoigne and Karina Manta. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for making time to join us, because it's quite a busy week for you guys.
Yeah, it is full on.
How are you feeling about the big final on Sunday?
I'm just so grateful that we are here and we've had the whole journey of Dancing on Ice and been able to do as many routines as we possibly could. And yeah, the last 2 weeks we've just been trying to take it all in, just enjoy it, because obviously this Sunday it's all going to be over. So we're just this week we're just enjoying every moment of it, really.
Yeah, we're just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about, because for anyone that doesn't know, everyone will do 2 dances out of the 3 finalists. So it's yourself, Brendan Cole, and Kimberly Wyatt from Pussycat Dolls. And then the final 2 will also get to dance the bolero.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about your other dances first, please?
Yeah. So we have a big group opening number. So it starts with us 3, and then all the pros are just showing off all their skills, and it's insane. It's amazing. And then we're going to get to do a showcase, which is what Torval and Dean get to, they choreograph for us and they choose the music, and they are very epic. They are just crazy. We've all got very different styles of routine, but they're amazing. And then we get to choose our favorite skate from the series, so we'll be doing that. And then after, obviously, then there's the elimination. So whoever the 2 that get through will then get the chance to do the bolero.
And what is it? Firstly, can you tell us what your favorite skate's going to be? Can you let that slip yet? Is that?
Can we?
I think we're allowed to say now. I think they announced
it. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know,
it's on their social. They just posted it.
Did they? Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So we're doing Barnum again.
Brilliant. I love that one. And you had to do that one because that was the one that made Jane Torval cry watching it. Can you get a better reception than that?
Literally, no. And that's exactly why we've chosen it, because it's their show, and I've watched the show for years, and it's so special. And that moment was just incredible. To be able to recreate a routine from their past is just phenomenal, and to be able to get to do that again. First of all, I was really worried because I was it went so well. I was I don't really want to take it on again and mess it up or anything. So Karina's been really well in reassuring me that we're gonna go out there and do a good job again.
I mean, it's just that's a figure skater's dream to have Jane Torval love your skate so much, so you just have to do it again.
Yeah,
and appreciate that moment.
You've got to get the tears again, especially in the final. Get those last things.
Yeah, and she doesn't cry. I hope she still enjoys it.
As well, it was just it's going to be a winner. And obviously getting to do the bolero. What's that like when you've been trying it in rehearsals?
So the first week, it's just a lot of pressure, and especially Karina has worked very closely with Torval and Dean, Chris and Jane, and I feel it's a huge, it's an iconic piece just for me to even take on, but as well for Karina, because Karina's also an ice dancer, which is their background too. So it's been very special for both of us in different ways. It's just, it's monumental. There's so many pieces in that routine that you can take elements from. It's just that you
want to do everything, but you got to get down to a minute and a half. But we've had a lot of fun together.
Yeah, of course, it's a shorter routine than what they would have done in the Olympics. So you pick out the bits that you. Do you remember being little watching that? I mean, obviously not live at the time because you're both so young.
You weren't born.
You remember growing up watching that, especially you, Karina, with your career in ice dance.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it's everybody knows it. The only perfect score in figure skating. So it's sort of legendary, and I can't believe we get the chance to do it ourselves.
I know.
It doesn't feel real.
It's a lot of pressure to do it justice.
Is it quite embarrassing when Chris and Jane pop up at the rink and see you rehearsing it? You're like,
no, it's just you go from concentration to really concentrating. You're literally oh my god, they're watching us, get it right. It's funny, it's just so nice as well. I didn't expect that to be as hands-on as they really are. They are so there. They are so wanting you to do good. They want
They're
you to
really
do right.
supportive.
So supportive. And they're there to help you if you ever need, you know, like help with like, you know, the steps and stuff. They're so involved.
Which is such an amazing thing. You, for as a viewer, you kind of imagine, oh, you see them like, you know, once a week for a tiny bit and that's it. But no, they are really hands-on from everything I've heard. We got a comment here from Mitch North who says that your performances each week have developed and are also phenomenal. And before that, he said that he's been voting for you since week 1 and he really wanted to win. So that's lovely. Have you been amazed by all the support you've got so far? Because, you know, you're up against a pussycat doll, Regan Gascoigne, who's been on Strictly for, you know,
in the middle of them. I'm literally like, how is this happening? It's crazy. I'm just looking at them like, oh my word, like, what am I even doing here? But it's so nice. And I think as a performer, you are so used to just always having like either knockbacks or like criticism or hearing the bad sides of like yourself. Like when you auditions, you don't really get like the many compliments. So it's really nice to actually, because that's what you want as a performer. Like you want to move people, you want to do a good job, like you want to make people like escape their realities for a bit and just make them feel relaxed and happy. So to hear that we've achieved that, it's just something so special when you can't compare it to anything.
And is it because obviously you've been working, you're a dancer, you trained, I mean, from when you were very young, you did ballet school and everything. You've got an amazing like history of all your performances that you do. But in terms of like, you know, worldwide fame, obviously Pussycat Dolls, everyone's known already. Did you feel a bit nervous about coming into the show and becoming this sort of household name in your own right a little bit?
Do you know what? I didn't even think about it that much. I just, like, obviously when I found out who I was going to be in the show with, I knew they were going to be like very big celebs, and I was like, ooh, I can't let it like daunt me like too much. But they're also lovely, like they're also supportive. That was the one thing I was a bit like, oh god, like they're going to be like, who on earth is this boy? But there's not been like that at all. So it's just the whole experience has been so special, and I just get to spend most of my time with Karina.
Yeah.
So most of it is just like us creating dances and getting to perform, and that's just what I love doing. And to get to do it on a TV show and with another element of like dancing on ice, it's great.
And you've taken it to it so well. I mean, I was looking at the scores, right? So you won your first week, which was week 2, because it's half and half on the first 2 weeks. And then like you've either come first, second or third throughout the entire run. But even when you came third, you've scored more than what some winners have in the final. You know, so I mean, it's so tight between the 3 of you. I think Jane and Chris have spoken to us and they were like, this is going to be one of the toughest finals I think they've ever seen. So
although it's going to be like the toughest, I think it's going to be like a really good show. Like we just all of us, like me, Kimberly and Brendan, have just saying like we just want to make a really good like final, like, and just do every performance and give it all, because that's what we love to do. We just love to perform. And as well with the pros, like we're not being, you know, at this point we're just being so supportive of each other and making sure all our numbers, because our numbers are so different, so you can't compare. It's just like art, like you can't really compare an artist to another artist. We're all different in a different way, in our own right. So yeah, we just want to go out there and make a really good show. So whoever wins,
you're all so nice and chummy backstage. There's like showgirls business, pushing each other down the stairs or whatever, is there?
Oh gosh, no. There's none of that.
There's like a little teasing here and there, but it's all fun.
Me and Brendan like tease each other a little bit, but it's only like jokes.
It's just fun.
What sort of teasing do you do? I was going to say, do you do a little bit of psychological warfare, like, you know, spook them out before they go on?
The other day I was like, they were practicing and we were in the training ring and on the studio, and I was like going like this, like to see what they're doing. But they weren't actually practicing. And like the guards that we take off, I've got OCD, so I like everything in their place. And like I'll be like, Brendan, your guards aren't in like order. So like we just use that silly things like that. It's all fun and
just wind each other up a little bit to get them. That's what you want to do. You've got to get this ready for Sunday night. You've got to have a few little pranks in order. Just get them in the wrong mindset, throw them off their head.
Sunday though. just in these 2 weeks. But come Saturday and Sunday, it's like full on support and like let's just go out there and do a good show. I wouldn't do that to anyone on the night.
No, I know you wouldn't. I'm joking, but obviously you just mentioned there about your OCD. Now, I got diagnosed as well, I think probably about the same time as you, actually. And I mean, people don't realise how bad it can be, do they? And I know your dad, obviously, for anyone that doesn't know who your dad's, Paul Gascoigne, but he's got it as well. And you said that sort of brought you together a little bit and sort of tied to bond there on it. How has it affected you in dancing on ice? Like,
I sort of like had it for like ages. Like I always just, I don't know, it's just like, I guess it just runs in me because he has it too. Like when we grew up, like it was always a joke. Like my mum would be very good in, you know, like helping me and stopping it. But with dad, like we'd always like, I'd mess things up knowing that it'd annoy him. So I think it's like a funny thing. Like now the only things I have is like when I leave my dressing room, I have to blow a kiss to my mum's card every time. And then I open the door and have to do it again, then shut it and then open it and shut it. Like every single time I leave this like bunker bin thing. There's things like that, and then the guards, but I'm very good at like trying to switch it off. It's not, I mean, the show moves so fast, there is so much going on, it's like there's no time, so the only thing I do really can control is the getting to blow a kiss to my the card,
doing those little bits before you go on the show, like almost sort of like a pre-show ritual that's gone that little bit further, I guess, isn't it? Like,
there's things like with the knee pads and the bunga, like there's just little bits, so it's not gone too crazy.
Has it been really hard for you? Do you think people understand how hard it is?
With OCD?
Yeah, with the OCD and dealing with that, because you've done so well on the show. But people, I mean, from my own experience, I've noticed people don't really seem to think it's anything really bad, but they don't understand how bad it is.
Yeah, I think that's just everyone's little traits, just like doing your own thing. I think it's superstition as well. When you just, all you want to do is go out there and do like such a good performance. So whatever helps you in your mind to go out there and just concentrate on your performance, then do whatever you want to do what you need to do to go out there and enjoy yourself
and do it. And now have you, I know this is very, very different obviously from you know, your dad when he is like playing football internationally and things like that, but it's the same sort of principle of your performing live on TV. It's all down to how you compete on the night and what you do. Has he given you any tips for how to deal with that kind of sort of that pressure?
Do you know what? Not really. It just like going out there and just enjoying and doing what you love. Like that's what he's always said. Like as long as you're doing what you love and going out there and if you have a passion for something, then you're always going to make the right choices in your mind because it's what you care about. It's what you love. So that's all his really advice is. I mean, he used to do things on the football pitch like with his football boots before he went. So you know, it's all different, same but different, basically.
Just to embarrass you, we have some younger pictures.
What isn't that cake? What is that cake? It's a butterfly thing.
Is it difficult living with the sort of pressure of having, because it's not only your dad, obviously your mum and Bianca as well, we've known all them for years and you for years. Is it difficult growing up in that kind of environment?
I don't know any different. I've got nothing to compare it to, so it's just, I love it. I love them. They're the most amazing family for me, so I would never change them for the world. And my sister and mum are so supportive. They're always in the audience. They're rooting for like me and Karina, and you know, their love and support. They're just so proud, and they're just there whenever I need them, and they're amazing. So no, I just, you know, like any family that's lucky enough to have such supportive, I love them.
Yeah, no, it is lovely to see, and it feels like, I mean, I've seen you talking with Gaza and with your mum, and your mum's spoken to us as well, which we got in today, where she's like gushing over you on the final. She's so excited, and you know, it seems like you've all been brought closer still with your dad since doing Dancing on Ice, I feel.
Yeah, 100%, and like it's so nice because he's seen me perform a few times on stage, but obviously now he gets to watch me do a completely different thing and get to see me on TV. So it's I mean, he's always supportive as well. So it's just different. I think they worry as well, because obviously anything can go wrong out there. You know, I could forget to do something or miss up, or like, you know, one thing goes wrong and it messes up the timing for everything else. And it's not as easy. I don't know how to like save it because obviously I'm not on the ground. I'm on ice. So it's unpredictable.
Is it for both of you? I mean, your careers, obviously you're a dancer, Regan, so, and Karina, obviously, the dancing's, ice skating's in yours. So are you worried about injuries at any point? Because that could affect your entire career, couldn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely something we're aware of. We try to be as safe as possible when learning new things. But
practicing lifts off the
ice first,
building them up,
doing it in stages. So we're very careful, but it is a thing where just like the ice is slippery, things can go wrong. I mean, we've seen even on the show, on the live show, things happen. So we're doing our best, but it is just.
It's unpredictable, and as long as you are careful and you do stay concentrated, if anything does happen, it's by accident. We do not want to hurt like that, and we have the most amazing team here with the medics and the physio, so they're always looking after us. So we feel very, very, very safe.
I am grateful. He's the most careful lifter I've ever met. So I feel like I'm in safe hands.
I always think it must be so terrifying if you're the one having to do the lifts. Well, it must be terrifying in both positions, let's face it. But I mean, obviously, if you're having to actually lift her up, because you don't want to drop her and ruin her entire career.
It's obviously I come from a dancing world. I love lifting. It's something I get a thrill out of, being able to lift the girl as high as I can or do something with them. So on the ice, I was actually really excited to try it out and see how different it would be. But then, I just am very careful. The last thing I want to do is hurt Karina. That would upset me. That would break my heart if I ever injured her. I'm just very careful. We're just very careful. But I do love the lifts.
Yeah.
We got another comment. Would you ever do Strictly or I'm a Celeb?
Ooh, yeah. So Strictly is cool because there's so many different styles of dance I actually haven't really trained in or done. Because I've trained in ballet, contemporary, musical theatre. So that would, and then the jungle, I'd absolutely love it. That is, to me, that's just a holiday. I have reptiles. I grew up with reptiles. I love bugs. I would, that would be insane.
Oh, you are a glutton for punishment. You really are. First dancing on ice, the hardest competition to do, and then the jungle, crikey. That would be.
When I started this, I said, just launch me across the stage. I literally across the ice. I was like, you can do whatever you want. Drop me from the ceiling. I don't care.
What would it if you two win? I don't want to tempt any fate, but you've been doing incredibly well. If you do win, what would you do with the trophy, and what would it mean to you? Both of you.
I've not even thought that. Obviously you think about the winning, but I don't want to get so fixate. I can't say the word. Fixate for whatever it is. Fixated on the winning, because no, I do generally feel like I just won for getting to the show, and then getting to the final. But if I won it, I don't know. I'd probably throw us both to the floor, but then I'd want everyone to come on, because I feel like we should all share that trophy, because we've all put the same amount of hard work into this. Whether you went week 1 or you got to the final, it's still a very tense experience and a whole new brain training. So I think we all deserve to get a chance to lift that trophy.
It for a little while it was looking a little bit like Bez might make it even further than he did in the competition, because the public seemed to love him. How would you have felt if he'd got in the final?
Oh my god, did you know what? If anyone got in the final, they deserve it, because it is hard work. There's a lot of mental training, and he worked so hard.
Always practicing every second. And I always look forward to his numbers. I was like, he's gonna do something fun and outrageous every week.
He was so fun to watch.
Yeah.
He never would stay still on the ice. He was always wanting to push himself more and more. And he used to say to Angela, can we add in this? Can we do that? He was really, passionate about it, and he really worked hard.
Is there anyone that went home before you think they should have done?
Everyone.
So attached. We become a family. So.
As soon as you start spending more time with them, obviously we didn't because of the COVID stuff, but you obviously get to see people around. And you all know that you've all started on the same time, you've all gone through this, you've all picked it up to learn it. So I feel like it's a shame really I feel like they should have a rule that you can only do eliminations from week 5, because then at least everyone gets to show off their time of concentrating and training. But
I love that actually, because you've been practicing for 4 months or something before the show starts. I mean, crikey, that is very, very impressive. I mean, I just don't know how you do it. I mean, Karina, having an entire career in it is astounding. So yes, both of you. If you don't win on Sunday, obviously you're going to be quite, it's still an amazing achievement. Are you going to carry on with the ice skating, and are you going to maybe hook up and do some more together, or do some more?
I would absolutely love to.
I told him the other day, I was like, we're gonna have to get together and skate 100%. After this, regardless.
Yeah. Do you know what it's like? I just want to keep it up, like having the chance to learn this skill, to then just go and like not carry it on and forget about it. It's such a shame, and there's so many people out there, like kids, and I feel like guilty. I was saying this the other day, like I feel guilty. There's so many kids that would love the chance to learn to skate, and we're getting to do that. I just wish I could take like all my knowledge of this skating and give it to like kids that want to like learn to skate.
I love that.
Coach.
Yeah, I know. Oh god, they might all be terrible if I coach. But yeah, like of course I would, because it's just such an opportunity to be able to learn this skill and have the chance. It would be a shame to lose it.
Yeah, it really would be, wouldn't it? And it's like, you two seem to get on so well. Has there been any bickering during the whole process?
It's like Monday to Thursday is stressful.
Yeah.
Because we've got a routine and we both want to do well. Like and Karina's, what Karina gets to create is, she's going to make sure that I like it. And that's a lot of pressure for Karina. And, like the judges obviously are going to comment on it. So it is a bit stressful. But when you come to Thursday, then you've got the routine set and it's done, then it's just enjoyment. Obviously we like enjoy the whole thing, but it's pressure.
I do think we've gotten good, like if I'm stressed out, you'll be calm, and then if you're stressed out, I'm like, okay, I have to be calm today. So we've gotten a good rhythm of like,
we do it.
We're supportive of each other.
And different things stress us out, and then I'm like, oh, I'm chill now, and then and then she's chill, and then I'm not. So
we like take turns for
the stress going, so there's no big explosive row backstage.
Oh,
Being like, skates and get away. Do either of you have any little annoying habits you're not going to miss after the end of this week? Because this is coming to the end, of course, as well as the final. It's like the end of all this training that you've done, so you're not going to see each other as much. Is there anything you're not going to miss
of each other? You mean the whole thing?
No, I mean of each other. Any little annoying habits that you're just like, well, you know what?
Wait, we're actually really good together. We don't.
Yeah.
There's no annoying. Maybe I'm like, I try to be cheeky.
Yeah.
To a point.
I mean, he will. It's amazing. Like we'll be practicing a routine, and then he'll mess with me like in the middle of it, like making faces and trying to throw me off, which I feel like is pretty bold, but it keeps it fun.
When I feel comfortable in the section, I like always like put a face of Karina and like.
Like go outside, like when he's picking me up. But no, I'm gonna miss it a lot. Like, it's been so fun.
I'm gonna miss like all of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like little quirks I'm gonna miss. Just generally, I'm gonna miss.
Yeah, I love skating together.
Because this has been such an like so intense. You know what I mean? We're together on the ice all the time. It's just me and Karina for the last couple of months. So then just go and just be alone. I feel I'm gonna feel really lonely.
No, call me for me.
We're gonna go out afterwards, though.
We have plans for when the show's over.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What's your big plans?
Oh, well, we're all going to go watch the Six musical together.
Yeah.
So we're really excited for that. And then just go out and
show me London.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't really had a chance to see much of it, I suppose, have you, with all the training?
No, we're too busy. So I'm excited to have some time to just
explore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually this year.
I love that. So so what is next for you, Regan, after this?
I have no idea. I will be out of a job. So if anyone wants to book me, no, I don't know. I'm just enjoying this last week. Like that, I'm not even thinking afterwards. Because this is all going to be over and I'll never be here again. So I'm just thinking about this week, enjoy it. And then, after Sunday, whatever happens, as long as I'm performing, I'm very, very, very happy. So hopefully I still get to perform after this.
Yeah. And so worry about that later. I just wondered if you were thinking down the presenting route, etc. And I know obviously Bianca famously did Love Island way back in the day. Would you ever fancy something like that? Maybe a little dating show or something, or not?
Oh gosh, I don't know. As long as I would like to keep myself to performing, just because I just love performing. So even if I did that, and there's nothing wrong with those shows, like I would, be grateful to do those shows, but I would love to just dance. I'm like happiest when I'm dancing and singing and stuff. So yeah, as long as I can keep that, maybe presenting. I don't know,
Yeah, I mean, you've got such amazing technical skill. First, I've just got to ask you, what has been your favourite skate to do in this whole series?
Every single one. It's hard to choose because each one was just like a different experience, because all the week, like, you're building them and there's a whole story behind them, and before you even get to perform it, and you can't really compare them, because our first one was special because it's our first, and it was like a romantic dance. Then like you got the musical one, which was like crazy. That was the first time we got pros? No,
but we did have pros with that one.
Yeah, there's just so many, like, you can't, it's hard.
I will say, I think our showcase this week is one of my favorites, for sure. Like, I'm really excited about this.
I do love that.
Can you give anything away about any little like moves in it? Is there any exciting moves we can expect? Is there a headbanger, for instance?
No,
there's not a headbanger,
but there is some. Are you in our showcase or in
your showcase? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that showcase is incredible. It's very fun.
I don't know what we're allowed to say. Regan gets to do some lifts.
Yeah.
Not lifting me, but like he gets to be lifted.
So that's amazing. That was so much fun. How does that compare to doing the lifting?
Yeah, like, it's so strange because I'm usually the one in control of the lift. So like now I'm being spun around and stuff. It's crazy. It's such a thrill. Like, I love it. There's quite a few lifts as well.
You get tossed around.
Yeah, I'm starting on like a very, very high platform as well, being like flipped about. So
yeah, the first day we got in, I said, I hope you're not scared of heights.
Yeah, and then we looked at the thing and we're like,
Are you scared of heights?
No.
No, you're right.
They were like, okay, so you're gonna slide down there, and I went to go like jump, and they were like, no, not now. I was like, oh, okay.
Karina, are you lifting, Regan?
I'm not doing the lifting.
You're not doing the lifting. I was gonna say that's amazingly, like, because I know how fit you guys are. It's just, yeah. We
had a move in our Save Me skate, which obviously we didn't get to perform. But Karina took my whole weight around her waist.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. I was so worried. I was like, I'm not going to pull you over. And Karina's like, no, just do it.
And were you thinking of doing a headbanger, or did you not want to do one?
No, I didn't. It didn't really enter our head. We're here to dance.
And I feel like we wanted to do some other moves that maybe haven't been seen on the show.
Yeah.
So we're kind of focusing on that.
Yeah. And we just, it wasn't even a conversation. It wasn't even really in my head either doing the show. I just wanted to do loads of routines. I just, did different things. And like even that lift that you didn't get to see, that was a different little trick we did. And the spinning, flipping there's just so many other things to play with. So, I
think we should record that routine, because we're not going to get to see it, are we? Because obviously I love the fact that you're like, oh, in our safe dance that we would have done if we'd ever been in a skate off, but we weren't, because we never got to the skate off. I love that. But I think we ought to see that at some point. You should ask whether you can all show us your save.
We'll have to see if we can post it when this is over.
Yeah, that is true, actually. Yeah,
that would be fantastic.
I was always mentally prepared, ready to do that, though.
We did work hard on that one.
Show, I was like, Karina, we need to make sure that our save means like good, because we could be there, and I was just like,
You don't want to be going home, do you? Because I mean, a public vote could do anything to you. You don't know, do you? So I mean, it could ruin it. I mean, obviously, you've always been near the top on the scores. I think officially you're second on the average scores, just behind Kimberly, when they've worked out the averages. But there's like a point of a point in it. There's a fraction of a point in it between all three of you. So it's going to be absolutely phenomenal on Sunday. And, I'm so excited for it. And I hope you have a fantastic time out there. So Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. It's been absolutely brilliant talking to you.
Thank you for having us. It's been so nice to like talk about the experience. So thanks.
And congratulations on getting there so far. We'll be watching on Sunday, and I hope to see you doing the bolero.
Oh, me too.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Bye.